Welcome back to the Scenic Routes. We are continuing on the Autumn Collapse map. I've done some work in the background, built a road from the base, the new base, over, well, all the way down this way. I figure we're going to be using this road a lot, so I'll make it into a road. What else have I done? I've done a bit of logging, and I built a bridge. So this is where where we left it last time. We were trying to get this sand scraper out of here and back to the quarry. Um, and yeah, there's these really deep ponds, puddles, I should say. So I built a bridge because we were initially going to go through down this route and follow the roads, but it's just insane. So built this bridge. I've sent the search and rescue truck to collect this thing. We're going to put it into towing mode, and let's see if we can get this thing out of here. I haven't built roads along this part. I figured with the towing we should be okay. So let me just see. We need to go down here and up this way, and then that will bring us to the bridge. And then from the bridge we just follow the path that we cut with the tree demolisher, and this will bring us back to our paved road. And I think, yeah, we follow the paved road, and we can probably stop the towing at this point to the sand quarry, and then we just drop it off here. So let's see how we go. What I also did in the meantime was I tried getting my own sand scraper all around here, trying to figure out where there's sand. There's no sand. If I bring it to here, there is sand. This looks like an abandoned sand quarry, perhaps, but the radius wasn't enough to cover this road. So then I started manually going back and forth with the dump truck, collecting sand down that end, coming down here, dumping sand, going all the way back. But I thought that's really tedious. And then if it so happens that we deliver this sand scraper and it expands the radius of the sand quarry so it covers that whole area, I feel like a real idiot, right? So I thought, let's do this first, and I want to do this on the stream. So I've started a new recording where we can get this guy hopefully to the quarry, and we'll see what happens. And if it so happens that nothing happens with the radius, then I'll just continue doing what I was doing, and no harm, no foul, right? We just complete the objective anyway. Well, that is blinding, but if it does do something and we are able to make it easier for ourselves, then it's a win. I guess the question is, can we get this thing out? We've got a bit of traction here, so I think we can do it. Let's see what it looks like. That would be actually a good screenshot. Now what's momentum? It's all good. So here's our tree destroyer, just chilling, burning through the diesel. And I think, where are we going? We're just following the path of destruction now. We're going over the bridge, aren't we? Yeah, I blazed the trail to the left there, and that's where the abandoned sand quarry was, where I was able to set up the sand scraper, but it wasn't actually useful for us, so I abandoned that idea. Unless we want to build roads along here, then it's kind of useful, but I think in this instance we're just going to tow. Oh, I can take off low gear now. And towing should get us there. Well, that's my log forwarder. Brought some logs to make that bridge. So yeah, this area is still extremely muddy, but it's less muddy than that big pond. And we're going to follow this to the left here. And this is where we really went to town on these trees and cleared that big section up ahead on either side of those power lines. So, you know, I can see why, because that's kind of where the road is meant to be going. And we probably should rebuild that at some point, but not today. We've got enough problems today. Now, to be fair, the Zix sand scraper can probably traverse this terrain on its own, but I figured it's no harm in towing it, right? Because we've got the power of the Zix. Oh, now we got snagged. We've got the power of the Zix and the very Longhorn as well, so it's like a 2-for-1 almost. That just gives us some clearance. Oops, too much. Alright, I think we're good. And then we're going to get onto the paved section extremely soon. Oh, we lost a lot of traction on that section. So here is the start of the planned road. Where you can see my dump truck is there, just waiting for this sand quarry radius to be expanded. Waiting in hope. Otherwise we just go back and forth, back and forth. And because it's a dual carriageway, we do it twice as much, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Anyway, not to worry. We're almost there. Is this thing even on the road? Yeah, it's kind of. Get on the road, man. Whoa, as I almost fall off. The wing mirrors, the side mirrors on this Longhorn, they stick out a lot, right? I noticed when you hit a tree with it, they just fold in and then flat back out. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just going to tow it. I could have probably unhitched it along here, but I know that this bit's pretty muddy, so I thought I'll just tow it the whole way. I think I learnt my lesson from last time with some towing. Wow, that is some thick mud. Thick and soft. So I want to know how this is going to work, because we had already activated this quarry. So I'm really hoping that it's going to expand the radius by bringing this thing here. But let's see. Is that all I need to do? Do I need to bring it forward myself? Oh no, we did it. So I get the 10 points back, allows you to refill sand. No, it didn't increase the radius at all, did it? So that's a shame. I was just looking at the infrastructure. Deliver metal pipes. So we need to go from the base to the concrete slabs, which is where I'm just trying to figure out how to jump between the two sections. Concrete slabs. Where's the concrete slabs? Do I haven't even found it? Okay, so infrastructure route open. No, because normally you can press right on the D-pad to get to the destination, but I don't think we've actually found it yet. Okay, so I'll ignore that one. And so I guess the objectives are still the same. It's just getting resources to build that stuff. So for as to what we're going to do, and there's a toy truck. There we go, we found one. What are we going to do? I'm going to build this road. I'm not going to make you guys watch because that would be just insane. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and when we finish it, we'll start back up. So until then, this will be a long time for me, but for you it'll just be a short jump cut. So jump cut to now, and it's been 30 minutes, just over half an hour my time, but we've managed to get pretty much all the way. Just got this last bit to do, and it's going to be quite satisfying when it's complete. I just sort of lost control there. That was a bad pour. Of course, the one time I do it on the video, it is bad, but I can live with that because we just sped up. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. I just wanted to take it off the low gear, but I can't while I'm in this construction request zone. It just opens up the request. So let me just get out of here. Okay, now we can go into the bulldozer, and we're going to do this automatically because I've just spent half an hour laying sand. While that's going, what I want to do is I want to send a scout out and collect. I want to collect the toy here. But how do I get? I need to build a bridge probably, actually. Damn, I thought I could just drive. You know what? Let's just try it. Let's get the old, what do you call it? The links. Let's get the old links here. And why am I in low gear? I don't know. We've got to get this shit out of the road. So yeah, let's try and get this toy truck, shall we? Or drown trying. I think we're going to end up drowning trying to get it. Okay, so where's the island? We've got to cross the bridge. Let's put a marker there. That's where we're headed. Now this thing has got a water crossings, but there's no boat. So let's see how we go. Worst case, we'll just have to fish it out later. And then we'll just build a bridge, get the thing, and get out. We can even destroy the bridge and get the resources back. Let's put on some all-wheel drive, shall we? And some diff lock. Yeah, that's pretty deep. It looks pretty deep. Sometimes you'll see, you know, areas where it's like a little bit of a sandbar or something where you could potentially cross. Let's just try. Let's see what happens. Think we can make it? No, we're underwater. Okay, let's just go back to this road. So I think we'll have to build a bridge. I don't know if a wooden bridge will span, will it? No, probably concrete. concrete, but who's got 11 slabs? Not us. What if from this side? What if we do a wooden bridge from, say, here? No, wooden bridges, you can't make them. They're not long enough to do anything. Oh, oh, there's a big rock in the way, but potentially. Anyway, problem for another time. Let's get back to this road. Where are we? Are we here? No. Here. Have we flattened it yet? Where's my bulldozer? Is it? Don't tell me it's done nothing. Alright, let's go back into the dump truck. Let's get out of the way. So this bulldozer all this time has just been stuck. Now he's gone. What have you been doing all this time, you bloody idiot? Alright, while that is going, I've got something else I can do. I'm going to jump into the forum. And I noticed when I was down here collecting the sand scraper, and my cat is in front of my mic, so you may hear my cat. There are some steel beams, so I'm going to go collect those steel beams. Where's my bulldozer? Bulldozer's still going. Oh, get out of the way, cat. Alright, bulldozer's still going, so we will go on this errand and go pick up some steel beams. And I think there was 3, so they'll give us 5, so we may be able to drop them off at one of these ghost buildings and progress it just that little bit further. We shall see. I wonder if we drop off resources into a ghost building and it's not yet complete, but we need those resources for something else that comes up. Are we able to pull them back out again? That is a good question. Because resources are so scarce here, you kind of have to decide, like, if you can't get them back, you probably just want to stockpile until you have enough to complete a whole thing, and then decide, yeah, I want to do that, and then complete it, you know what I mean? I'm not sure, but what I am sure of is we'll just go and pick up these beams. And I think it was down here, and we turn left somewhere. Yep, right here is where we want to turn. Left here. Left, right here. I'm going to try and avoid that muddy section and just go around the back bit here, hit a stump. Around the stump. Another good thing about the tracked vehicles is they're really good at pulling stumps out as well. Okay, let's go around here. And we've got some beams. So that is good. We've got to get all these resources whenever we can. I might just quickly check on the bulldozer while we collect, because if the bulldozer's done, I'll get that Mr. Asphalt started. Bulldozer's still going. Oh, is bulldozer finished? I don't call that finished. You're half done. Oh, okay, these are 2 separate roads. So what is happening here? If we select this one, then it should do that one. Okay. I thought it would just do both, but you got to tell it to do both. That's fine. Now we've got to select a vehicle to continue. So we've got to go back to our Voron over here. And I didn't drop that in very well, did I? That's better. And so that's one down. We'll collect these two. And then we'll go check on Mr. Bulldozer. Oh, you know what I could do? Get asphalt started on that other road while we are waiting here. So if I go to road planning request, select on the vehicle. Ah, it's not in the zone. I put them outside of the zone because they're in the way a bit. That's fine. Now we can go in there, select that route, and that's good. So while bulldozer is bulldozing, asphalt can be asphalting. That's what you call multitasking. And we're collecting some resources at the same time. Let's pull this out from this underneath of us so we can pick it up properly. Okay. And we'll see if we have to come back here again. Hopefully not. I don't like this place. Let's just tidy that up a bit. The vehicle got stuck. Guarantee asphalt. Yep, what are you doing? Don't tell me that little rock. You know what? I think it's because we haven't done that other side yet. Can I just cancel? We can just wait. Okay, we can get out of here. I think because the asphalt wand, I don't know what you call it, is quite wide. Because we hadn't done the other side, we hadn't flattened the other side of the road, it was getting stuck on the bumps. So, not quite as smart as I thought it was. Alright, so where are we going? We're going up this path that we cut up here. Don't hit the stump. One day I'm going to get that tree mulcher and I'm just going to get rid of all the stumps. Should be an achievement for that. Getting rid of all the stumps on a map. I'll definitely go for it. Now we've got, like I said, we've got 5 steel beams in the back of the truck. And I guess we can look to see where we want to deliver them. I don't see any point in storing them. I'll just deliver them somewhere. I think the bulldozer should probably be finished by now, but I'll just, you know, let's just have a look. Yeah, bulldozer's finished. So we'll go back to asphalt and we'll select the road that we were using before. And hopefully you won't get stuck this time. And bulldozer is done, so I'm going to move you out of the way. And then finally we can get this road finished. Where's Boron? All the way down here. Right, let's go up to the road and we can have a look with our own eyes. Stuck in the mud, stuck in the mud. All we seem to do is get stuck in the mud. Oh, I see some action up ahead. Asphalt is asphalting. But the question is, where do we want to deliver? And it got stuck again. Are you fucking kidding? Don't tell me I'm gonna have to do this whole thing myself. Alright. Give you push. Let's say push. Give him a big fucking shove. There. There. How's that? I'm gonna do it myself. This thing's useless. Alright, let's get this thing parked. This thing's just lost it. Now we cancel. Can we cancel? Why can't I cancel? Cancel. Alright. We're gonna have to do this manually because the computer is an idiot. I might just fast forward through this unless anything interesting happens. May as well start on this side. Hopefully the computer can handle the steam rolling all on its own. Okay, let's go. I wonder why we had to build a double width road here. There's got to be something big coming. Have a look at the ghost buildings and see where we want to bring those steel beams. Okay, you can go off to the side. Just reverse you up. Use the toilets if you need, they're right there. Okay, roller is here. Alright, we can't tell it to do both roads at once, so you can start with that one. And we can just go on ahead. And what we'll do at the end of this road, we'll stop and we'll have a look at the choices that we have available to us as to where we want to drop off these beams. Okay, I'll just stop at the dam. And we'll just look at the view while we look at the map. So the first option is all the way up here. Oh, we don't need beams here. This is the steel beams factory. So we need 3 pipes, 2 slabs. So that's not an option. This needs 15. Oil storage needs 5. Should we do that one? The storage? Because we probably need storage before we have the rig. I'm guessing. There's no point drilling for oil if we got nowhere to store it. That would be my guess. Just see if there's anything here. That's just because there's this bridge. Yeah, I was wondering if there's anything maybe off the edge there that you can collect, but maybe not. Just wondering what the purpose of that bridge would be for, just purely for decoration. Okay, so let's deliver these to the oil tanks. That's what it was, wasn't it? And I think that's just straight ahead over the bridge, and we'll get there. Now let's just see how this roller's going. Roller's still going. Alright, we're making progress. Definitely making progress. There is a building for us to demolish. So maybe we'll see about bringing the demolisher there. I kind of want to see what we get out of that building, you know. Hopefully some concrete slabs. I should probably build a road here. This is really soft. Maybe just a sand road, like you don't need to necessarily pave it. But it will just speed things up a little bit if we're going back and forth. And I guess we will be, because we've got a lot of things to deliver here. The question is this area covered by a sand quarry? That's always the question. We're not going to drop it here. We're going to bring it to the ghost thing on the right. I think the river's probably done by now. Yep. So let's get you to finish up on here. Okay, you can work on that. We'll get back to delivering some beams. We could probably rescue the scout as well, but I'm not too concerned. Might need a rescue for ourselves, actually. Low gear. Let's try and get into some solid ground like here, and then we'll go straight into a pond. A pond? A puddle. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I think we'll get some sand going in here, because that's not going to be feasible to do a lot of. Alright, so where we're dropping off, we're just dropping off into here. Oh, I didn't have to unload. I didn't even have to unstrap it, so that's a bit dangerous. If you only wanted to drop off, maybe if I only wanted to drop off 3 beams, for example, I got to take 2 out first. So we need 5 slabs for that. Okay, so let's have a quick look. This is the abandoned building. Is it this one right here? This is like a little... What is this? That looks pretty cool. Okay, so we need to get into this castle, which looks like it's a very roundabout way to go. Ah, I see. We've got a roadblock here. That's going to be a problem. But we've got some sort of path open this way. Where does that actually lead? If we just sort of follow this around, that goes back there. That's not... There's nothing. Okay. We may need to... I don't want to build a bridge because I don't want to waste resources. Can we... That looks pretty steep. Don't know if we can go there. What about up this way? Maybe up this way. Just knock some trees out. Okay, we've built... Let's go to the road. Let's get a win. We finally got a win. Where's that road? I've lost it. Over here. We did it. It's done. Let's drive across. I'll do it in the dump truck, seeing as it drove across there so many times. let's see how this road looks. It's quite nice. It's quite wide. Luxurious even. Bit out of place in this map. But it is nice. Yeah, so I'm just thinking next steps. I need to figure out how to get to that castle without necessarily building bridges, unless it's I don't mind building wooden bridges because there's so many trees we can cut down, although my favorite is concrete because you can do long bridges, but we're very low on concrete resources, so I've got to figure that out. What I might do is we might end it here. I think it's nice to end on a positive note, finishing this road, and yeah, when we continue in the next one, I will have a plan ready to go. So look forward to that. Thanks for joining me on this one. And yeah, take it easy, take the scenic route.